Right, we'll check the orientation first. We'll put the mainspring barrel in, then the first wheel slides in under there. That's where that goes. So we'll take the barrel out. That gives us our orientation of wheels, and the hammer lever, get that out of the road, thank you. Right, star wheel is next, which goes there, and then, right, we'll check the orientation first. We'll put the mainspring barrel in, then the first wheel slides in under there. That's where that goes. So we'll take the barrel out. That gives us our orientation of wheels, and the hammer lever, get that out of the road, thank you. Right, the star wheel is next, which goes there. Right, that's the first two wheels in. We'll put the top plate on now, because we've got to manoeuvre other wheels in and around and underneath them. And then we'll put in the last two wheels manually once we've got these ones done. Alright, first wheel goes there. The gathering pallet is not ready yet. Alright, second wheel. I think that's in, yep, alright. That's way too wide, something must be out of whack. So we'll push the second wheel across to there, bring that back again, and that's got him. The hammer lever is jumping round a bit. The second wheel popped out again, bring him over. The gathering pallet is just about there, and the gathering pallet. Nope, something's not right. Check it again, that's in, that one out a bit. That's it, the hammer lever. Alright, that's in, and they're turning. Alright, I'll put a nut on each of those pillars down the bottom there, just to give us a little bit of support so it doesn't fade away on us. Now, I can put in in too far that time. Well, dropped out the bottom, fair enough. So they're all working rather nicely. And now the warning wheel goes there. Open the plates up a tiny little bit. We don't want to lose the rest of our stuff. And put the warning wheel in. Goes down a little bit. Here we go, that's got him. Turning. Now we need the fly, which goes there, and open the plates a tiny bit without losing too much, we hope. Nope, something's dropped out. Alright, check it and see. Maintenance cam. That seems to be alright. I'll flick it on a wheel and see. That's in. That one and that one. Something clicked then. Here we go. I thought there we went, but they all seem to be. Now wait a minute. The warning wheel's dropped out, that's a problem. Right, put him back in. And the fly. Get that into place. The warning wheel should fall into place, because flies tend to have a slightly longer set of pivots on them, and if you don't get them in, then nothing else is going to happen. Alright, there we are, they're all in place now. So after all that fun and games, I'll put a nut on this pillar here so I can get a grip on it. I will wind it down a bit, down to there, tighten it a tiny bit We don't want it too much, but we want to be able to test and this guy tests the pivots properly. Alright, give them a spin, see what we got. Alright, that's spinning nicely and freely, as in nice and freely. Alright, let's have a look at these pivots. We'll look at that one there first. There's a bit of movement in that. Looks a bit suspicious. Right, we'll look at the second one up now. Where's a pair of tweezers to grab that with so we can move it? No, that's looking pretty good, that one. The gathering pallet, this one here. I'll get a pair of tweezers on that. No, that's looking good. Warning wheel up the top here. Moving backwards and forwards. Tiny little bit, but not enough to worry about unless the other side's terrible. And the fly. Same story. Alright, turn it over, see what we got. We'll work down the hill this time. Fly, that one there. Marginal. Probably not worthwhile worrying about because the other side was alright. Warning wheel, that guy there. Same story. Spin it round. Gathering pallet, that guy there. Get a... No, that's pretty good. And the first wheel, that one there, well, yeah, alright, I'll mark those two. We'll have to do those two. The rest are alright. So the first wheel, we'll get a little black dot beside it on the front plate and on the back plate, so we know that those two have to be redone. Alright, pillar nuts off, put them back in the dish. Long threads on those actually. One more to go. Our 6mm spanner to the rescue. And there we go. Now we're going to have wheels going everywhere at the moment. So what I'll do is I'll open the plates up and remove things one at a time. Fly first, so we don't bend any pivots. Warning wheel. So we can now just take the top off and turn it round a bit. There we go. And the first wheel. And I'll mark this side here so we know we've got to replace that one. Actually, yes, looking at it, turn that on a slightly different angle. Looking at it, you can see that it is out of round slightly. Alright, so that's the stroke side train. Now we'll have a look at the going side train. Right, now we'll put the going side train in. To do that, we'll have to put the top plate on first and get that settled in. There we go, it's got him. Being very careful of the other pivots up this end up here. We don't want to cause ourselves any grief. And the hammer lever. There we go. So I'll put a couple of, well actually I'll put a singular, I think, nut up on there to hold that for a minute, if I can get it to start. Now the first wheel has to go on top of that one. So we'll place bottom pivot in there, and then open the plates up from this end. There we go, that's all right. Now we get the pivots in. Now that guy's moved out, that makes a difference. All right, first wheel's in. Now, a couple of nuts on the bottom. And then we'll have to take the one off the top because we're going to have to open the plates up to get these other wheels in. Now, the second wheel goes there. Now, I better loosen that up a tiny bit so that we can lift lift the plate and slide the second wheel in. Bring it across with our pivot tool and down up a tiny bit now. That's so close. There we go. That's got him. You can see the turning now. Alright, now for the escape wheel. But before we do that, as I said before, the escape wheel is a wheel that often has problems. And it's usually overlooked. You tend to look elsewhere for a problem and you don't particularly look at the escape wheel, but this is the one that causes a lot of problems. If it has a bent tooth, then the pallets won't rock freely on it. So what we do is we lay a straight edge on it and have a look at it closely all the way round, and you can see those teeth are lying flat there. Doesn't seem to be any that are proud, but we'll do both sides. Yeah, that looks alright. There was one I saw here that had a slight shiny mark on it. We'll have a look for that. It's alright. Spin it round. No, that looks alright. No, all those teeth seem to be flat. There's the one with the shiny mark, but it's not pushed out of alignment. No, sandwiches in okay. No, that's all right. But anyway, that's a good way to check, because you'll pick up very quickly if one of the teeth is bent. All right, we're going to put that into the movement now so we can check the pivot bushing alignment. So the escape wheel will obviously go in that direction because that wheel there will drive that pinion on the escape wheel, so that has to obviously go down there, and that's where it sits once I can get it aligned. Alright, that's where it goes in there, a bit dark in there. There we go, almost. Bottom pivot goes, it's decided to go walkies apparently. Needs to come up a bit. Thank you, that's the first one. Now we've got to get that pivot in there without everything else falling out, but I have a feeling it's going to. Right, open the plates up a bit, close it down. The hammers come out, that's causing a bit of grief. There we go, that's better. Squeeze the plates up a little bit, gathering pallets in. Yep, they all look alright. Okay, I'll wind that nut down, put one on the other side too, pick it up again, have another go. Alright, let's see how we go now. Set up rather nicely. Now we'll check some pivots. Easy one, first wheel right down the bottom down here. That guy there. Tiny bit of movement, not very much. Okay. Second wheel, that guy there. I'll put a pair of tweezers on him so I can move him backwards and forwards. No, that's looking pretty good. Okay, escape wheel, that one there. No, alright. Well, all that side's alright. Let's hope for the same story this side. Escape wheel there. Yep, that's alright. Second wheel, that pivot there. Jiggle him round a bit if possible with a pair of tweezers. No, that looks pretty good. And the first wheel, that one I'll use my finger on that one. That one's easy. Tiny little bit, but not sufficient to justify rebushing. Well, that movement is in pretty good nick, other than I've got 2 bushings to replace. Alright, I'll take all the wheels out now and we'll get ready to do some rebushing. Long threads on those posts, so take a while to undo the nuts on them. Alright, bit faster on that one. Speedy Gonzales, and over here, another one, done, easy, too easy. Alright, now, carefully take the plates off because we're going to have wheels dropping out everywhere, as can be seen. Right, we'll put them back in their correct orientation in our foam block. First wheel, second wheel, and the escape wheel. Alright, so that's up there. Okay, well, time for some rebushing now. Instead of bending the crutch like you normally do on a pendulum clock, this clock has got this really interesting setup down here on the pendulum leader. You can see there's a knurl nut there, and the pendulum leader has a rod here that connects to the crutch there,